The best way to improve lives is not just to provide safety nets to catch Singaporeans when they fail, but to create ladders of opportunity so that everyone has a chance to succeed, to scale new peaks, regardless of background, regardless of family circumstances. And what do we mean when we say we are keeping pathways open to all? And I'd like to talk about it in three aspects. One, our schools and education. Two, post-schools. And three, the tenor and the tone of our overall society. The ethos of openness and informality, which we are trying to maintain in Singapore. Schools, it starts with schools, because education has been and remains an important way to level up. And every Singaporean parent believes that, which is why they pay attention to their kids, they invest in tuition, and they angst enormously over which school their children are going to get into or be posted to. And we are going to continue to improve the education system to give every child the opportunity to fulfill his potential, and especially those from disadvantaged backgrounds. So we are improving the quality of education at all levels. Affordable preschools, heavily subsidized by the government, more publicly funded university places, helping ITE and poly students to upgrade and go on and take further courses in life. We are seeking out talented students from humble backgrounds to encourage them to make the best choice for their education, as Mr. Eugene Tan suggested. And the schools have schemes to do this. For example, RGS invites primary schools whose students typically don't apply to RGS to identify promising students who they think could benefit, have a chance. And RGS will then meet these students, meet their parents, and encourage them to put down RGS as a school of their choice and reassure them that if they need to, there will be scholarships, there will be financial assistance. Don't be put off because of money worries. So you can make the best judgment based on your abilities, based on which school fits you best. And in every primary school, we have teachers who advise promising students on suitable secondary schools to bring out their best in their talents and interests. In fact, we have teachers who will advise all the students, whatever their talents, which school will best suit them, where they can get the most and the best education to develop them. So the schools are making the effort in terms of the content, in terms of the guidance to the students, but also in terms of the tone, the ethos in the schools, and the culture. And we need to shape the culture in the schools so that students can interact with one another comfortably and without feeling self-conscious about one being poorer than the other, one being richer than the other. So, for example, starting with this year's Primary 1 registration exercise, we are reserving in every school, every primary school, at least 40 places for students with no prior connections to the school, so that we will prevent our schools from becoming closed institutions. We are also exercising restraint in school spending and activities, sometimes having to restrain the schools and ask them not to go overboard in their enthusiasm. For example, raising funds to build infrastructure, which must not be lavish, or planning study trips to exotic and expensive destinations. It is not necessary to go to the other side of the world to learn about the world. There are many things you can learn just in our own neighborhood. So the key point is we must not put off students from poorer homes from studying in top schools because they feel left out of place, or socially uncomfortable. And in fact, our education system continues to serve children from humble backgrounds well. We still see students winning government scholarships, to go study overseas from poor homes. There are kids who win scholarships and study overseas from well-off homes too, yes. The difference is the kids from well-off homes without the scholarships, they might still go. If I had no scholarship scheme, the kids from poor homes would not have a chance to go. The scholarship scheme serves them. We had one poly student. They were preparing a decoration for Singapore Aerospace. She wrote down on a card her dream. I dream of becoming the CEO of Pratt & Whitney. She posted it. The CEO of Pratt & Whitney came to Singapore Aerospace, saw the card, asked who wrote this, says, I'll offer her an internship. First step. There was another student who dropped out of school to take care of his mother. His mother was ill. He went to take care of her. So later on, he came back to school, went to Northlight, did well, went on to ITE and earned the Outstanding Graduate Award for NITEC in Facility Technology. These are people with grit and determination and talent, and we will look for them and build them up. And MPs mentioned several other examples too, Mr. Hawazi Daipi, Ms. Jessica Tan, so did Ms. Tin Pei Ling. We know they are there. We will make a special effort to seek them out, and we must continue to give these and many more Singaporeans every chance to succeed.